Thank you. I pay my respect to the Nigerian Bar, the learned seat, your lordships on the bench, and fellow Nigerians. The question you have asked is the most important question for the political class. Because the political class, they are struggling on how one another. And who is going to go next to continue mismanaging the economy? People just want good government. They don't care if the professional politicians succeed or not. They care about why is it that every 4 years we hold elections and nothing changes, and if things change at all, they change for the worse. Now the question you're asking has been brought to us before. The Social Democratic Party, which I represent, has had interaction with the professional politicians. There was a time when they wanted to come with a coalition to come to the SDP, and we had negotiations with them. And from that interaction and negotiation, we discovered 3 things. One, that they don't care about ideology. They just want to win and figure out later.
Okay.
In the case of the SDP, we are committed to Chapter 2 of the Constitution, fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy. If you don't subscribe to that, you cannot even be a councillor in SDP.
Okay.
And they don't subscribe to that.
Okay.
Secondly, we don't rotate power based on ethnicity and religion, your turn or my turn.
Okay.
We do it based on your understanding of the needs of the country. Thirdly, we do not measure candidates with respect to how much money they have, what they call war chest. So for that reason, we are just going to the Nigerian people to form a coalition with the Nigerian people. If, however, because the professional politicians are also part of the Nigerian people, if they come and subscribe to Chapter 2 of the Constitution and subscribe to the ethics and ethos, we will work with them. Thank you.
Let's pivot to the discussion on the economy. Now, the most topical conversation in today's Nigeria is the fuel subsidy conversation. Now, I've listened to virtually all of you. Some of you have criticized the policy, how it's been implemented. Some of you welcome it. Last week, the federal government told us that they've saved about 15 billion naira from the subsidies. 10 billion goes to the states and local governments. To the federal government. My question to you, do you support the removal of fuel subsidy? If the answer is in the affirmative, is there something wrong with the way it's being implemented? And if your answer is no, what other policy options do you propose?
Okay. We are back.
And you've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We are back to 4 years ago. 4 years ago, the issue was simple. We said no. We don't believe in the removal of subsidy at all. We said we don't believe. I think Showore of AAC said doesn't believe.
So just to be clear, you don't believe in removal of fuel subsidy?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
And we predicted what would happen if you went into it. The rest of them, Governor Peter Obi said he will remove it. Atiku Abubakar of PDP then said he will remove it on day 1. He will even sell NNPC together with it, and so on and so forth. We said don't do it. And we predicted everything that will happen, and they happen exactly as we predicted it. Now, so the issue of subsidy should not be discussed again, because if you have a patient that has constipation from not drinking sufficient water, and majority of doctors said that we should cut the appendix, and I said no, don't cut the appendix, just tell the patient to drink water regularly. After you have allowed the doctor to cut the appendix, another doctor will come and say, you want to join the appendix back. It cannot be done. You've already cut the appendix. The subsidy, so-called, has already been taken out of the budget. The so-called savings, which we knew would not come, has also been spoken for and spent. And additional subheads have overcome to the point where we are even in more debt than before. So the solution is that the Nigerian people interaction with subsidy is to lower energy costs. And I will give you 5 ways to lower energy costs without talking about subsidy at all. Because subsidy is like giving somebody a scholarship to a university that does not exist. The scholarship is useless. Subsidy is not the problem. It is the sustainable supply of petroleum products at a reasonable price with a stable exchange rate. That's what you need to deal with.
All right, thank you very much. Nigeria is the 4th most terrorized country in the world. Now, the 2026 budget puts funding for security at about 5.43 trillion. Cumulatively, over the last 5 years, CJID reports that we've spent over 6 trillion. In fact, recently, we are told that 31 states of the Federation have spent over 252 billion just addressing local crimes and insurgency at the state. What is your take on the state of security, and what alternatives do you have to address the security challenges that Nigeria grapples with?
Thank you. First and foremost, the theme of our own campaign is farewell to insecurity, poverty and insecurity, and they are linked. Now, once you start to interrogate security with respect to what is in the budget, you have 3 problems. What is being put in the budget is not for security. It is for the spending of those who are in government. That's number 1. Number 2, the insecurity in Nigeria.
No, but how do you say it's for people in government? Because we buy arms as a country. Can you substantiate that?
If you have been reading EFCC reports,
yes,
you will see the reports there that shows to you that the money budgeted in the name of security is going to everywhere except security. It's going to buy vehicles, campaign for elections, do prayer in Saudi Arabia, do prayers here, sharing, and EFCC is seizing assets, all of them, up and down. Both those who are in politics, those who are in government, and those who are in the military. So don't let us pretend that we don't know. We are lawyers here. We are the ones who go to court to prosecute them or defend them and all of that. What I'm letting you know is that the greatest sin of Nigeria is to pretend that we don't know that something is happening that's happening in front of us.
But what do you intend to do to fix the insecurity?
If you let me even lay the problem where I can fix it.
No, I think we should go to the solutions.
No.
Because we know the problems.
No, you don't. You are misdiagnosing it with your question. The terrorist is your government. Yes. The people in government are the terrorists. So how can you say that you want to fight terrorism when the terrorists are in the villa? And the terrorists are running the government. And the terrorists are the one in Zamfara using terrorism to mine gold and use the gold to fund campaign and become chairman of campaign.
Okay.
And you are there, you don't want to recognize that. You don't know that it is those who work in security and those who are in government who are the beneficiary of this kidnapping money.
All right.
You don't know, please. You were attaching all kind of drama here. Let me put facts clear.
I understand, but
no, don't start with keeping to time. You didn't keep to time earlier. Let us respect the rules.
No, I did.
You did not have counting here.
I did keep
so
to time.
So the point I'm making is this. Let us make it clear.
Yes.
What is clear today, if you want to know the truth? If you remove these politicians who you keep re-electing, they will go away, and their terrorist partners will go away. If you keep re-electing them, the terrorists will continue because they and the terrorists are in partnership.
Okay.
And if you are talking of fiscal, okay, in Buhari's government, let me tell you something clearly. In Buhari's government, and some members of that government are here, when they were leaving, in addition to all the stealing, theft, and all of that, they left 33.7 trillion in money they printed without appropriation of National Assembly. And they used all that money to buy dollar at official rate from Emefiele and turn themselves to trillionaires.
Okay.
So, and all of that money, substantial part of it was taken in the name of security. Therefore, in conclusion,
Prince.
Yes, your government is more terroristic than the government of Afghanistan or Sudan. So that is why you are under terrorism.
What you're saying, your policy proposal to fix insecurity is to remove the government or those who are in power, because I've not heard concrete things, concrete actions to address things like farmer herders crisis, like the communal clashes, like there's several security challenges we're grappling with.
Okay, let me tell you. All these are the diversionary things. I go around the country. I know 774 local government with my 2 feet. There are no harder farmer clashes anywhere. What you have is this. The people who kill the local communities are not herders. I'm a herder myself. I'm closer to 1 million number of cattle I have, and I've not killed anybody before. So what I'm letting you know is that the government of Nigeria has this thing I'm going to do 3 things.
Yeah.
One, if you govern the mining cadastro properly and identify miners and let miners know that in any territory where you are operating, you are responsible for any killings there, because the killing that is going on in Nigeria is the killing of people trying to displace people from areas where they identify resources. Secondly, the Office of National Security Advisor, as passed by the ONSA Act, I will amend it.
Okay.
Because that is where they were housing all the problems that are now managing insecurity expenditure framework.
I'm sorry, I have to cut you.
The last point.
If you can do that in 30 seconds.
The last point. You will need to give Nigerians a people's army. I will reorganize the armed forces, not the empty creation of divisions by President Tinubu, where a whole division is not up to the strength of a brigade. I will create new divisions in that, so that the people of Nigeria in River State here, they will be the one running the armed forces to protect them, especially in England, in Germany, in many places.
All right.
Those are the things you would do. But if you have terrorists in government,
thank you very much.
Any of these things.
I want to ask you this question. Do you support state police, Prince?
I have said it, and I keep repeating it. It's a very simple constitutional issue. We are in a divided...
Do you support state police, yes or no?
It's not a yes or no issue, it's a thinking issue.
Okay.
Don't put me in Tinubu's monolistic thinking.
No, but that's not what I'm doing.
No, let me tell you simple.
Okay.
It's a principle of law.
Yes. That
the sovereignty of Nigeria is divided between federal, state, and local. The legislative power includes the power, or should include the power, to police any level of government that has the legislative capacity to make laws should have capacity to create a police to enforce that law. It is not a political slogan. If I can make laws, I should be able to create police to enforce my law. No level of government should depend on another level to enforce its own law. If you come to River State and kill somebody, it's against the laws of River State to kill somebody in River State. River State should not need Abuja to help them apprehend you. Every level of government should be able to create its own law enforcement mechanism, including policies, because you all have their own courts.
Will I be right if I say you support? Does that mean you support state police?
I support police at every level of government. Federal, its own police. State, its own police. Local government, its own police, because that is how it should be in federalism. If you are practicing federalism, it's not a gift from the federal government to the state. It's an inherent right of every level of government to create its own policing system. The reason why you are discussing it because under the military, they use decree to abolish the policies, and they use decree to give you a constitution that is not federalistic enough. What we need to understand is that government reflects the level of consciousness of the people. At no time have we been faced with an opportunity. Moderator, maybe you have one house first. Maybe you have one house. Go ahead, start.
Colleagues, we're running out of time, and please let's listen to the presidential candidate of the SDP. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Okay. Let us get something clear. Today we are here for people's politics and governance. It starts with the people. For you to get a government of your choice is your fundamental right. And if you get it wrong, you will only be complaining from generation to generation. The problems identified by the interveners here has to do with poverty, for example, and why we don't get government right. The only way we can get it right is to govern according to the Constitution of Nigeria, according to Chapter 2, Fundamental Objectives and Directive Principles of State Policy. It is not an individual thing. It is a process thing. For example, here, you are talking of food insecurity. I don't know about others, but I can say categorically, I am the only one on this stage who is a net producer and exporter of agricultural products. I have farms in 11 states. I produce, even in my own residence, you can't come to my residence without seeing dozens of cattle. And I am one of the largest producers of rice by Arewa farms. What I'm bringing out is that if you listen to my good brother, Governor Peter Obi, he's a net importer. He imports and sells. Next, and all those things that he does. No investment personal in agriculture, no investment of the state in agriculture. Therefore, you cannot talk of food security by saying that we must do agriculture when you have had opportunity to do it, you don't do it. Next thing is that all the questions pertaining to institution not being strong and all of that, let me say one thing clearly. We don't have a government, not only the one who is there now by President Tinubu. Since 1999, we have not had a government close to what we wrote in the Constitution as a government. So when you don't have a government, all the ideas you are bringing, using technology, we can disagree on policies. The nature of politics is that politicians, political parties will disagree on policies. But what you cannot disagree upon are three things. One, the method of forming a government by democratic elections. Two, the method of governing according to law. Appropriation Act must be obeyed. The priorities in Chapter 2 of the Constitution must be implemented. Three, there must be accountability and running away from corruption. If these are not your criteria, you will keep voting government after government, and the generation will pass away, and the problems that are simple to solve will remain with us for as long as possible. So your choice is to vote candidates and parties according to the issues and according to verifiable records. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Governor.